So I haven't like posted any videos in 2 weeks. So I started my journey about a month ago, and I haven't posted in 2 weeks. That means my journey kind of stopped, but on the YouTube side that stopped. But I was actually going through it. I have to go through it after all. I have no life, so I go through it every day. I wanted to make this video to kind of fill in the space a little bit, what happens in the past 2 weeks. But first, I want to say hi to Tony. Tony, what's up? We met today, and you're my second subscriber. Really cool guy, Tony. Listen to your podcast. Tony has a podcast called Good Morning Jonestown. It's on SoundCloud, and it's a comedy where he talks with his friends about stuff, and apparently he likes to promote the sauce called Silk City Hot Sauce, I believe. I think it's right? So yeah, Tony, thanks so much, man. We had a good conversation earlier. Yeah, really cool guy. I know a little bit about your dog making it to the grocery store by itself, and your sister not being good at driving, and other stuff from the podcast. I did listen to your podcast a little bit. Yeah, Tony, thank you so much. So I wanted to put that out there. Other than that, I turned 30. Dude, I turned 30. That's a big deal. That was a week ago, I think. January 22nd. Today it's the February 2nd. Wow, times fly. So it was about like a week, 10 days ago, something like that. It doesn't really matter, but I did turn 30. That matters because, yeah, 30 is. 30, you have to start to think about shit, you know? We're doing that here, so it's great. Yeah, so that's. So, turn 30. So after started like that whole journey, putting out videos, I went to the gym. If you watched my other video, what happened is I sinked back into depression, and I knew when I was going through the depression, I was sinking, and I couldn't film so much videos, and I couldn't go to the gym anymore. And please here try to understand, it's not that I couldn't because I'm lazy. It's because when what I'm doing in this channel is that I'm not trying to not be lazy, but I'm also not trying to force things. I'm trying to get habits that are sustainable. And if that means respecting my feelings and giving my feelings a try, because I haven't done this before, right? I have done, and I used to be jacked. I used to go like to the gym and force myself. Yeah, that produces results. Great. But then it always goes away. I always lose it because I piss myself off. I say you piss yourself off in general, right? You force yourself and then you get a result and then you piss yourself off. Like, hey, leave me alone. You start to get fat and whatever. But, okay. There are also other circumstances, right? The pandemic hit, gyms closed, etc. So I sink back into depression and I stopped going. And my understanding of this is that it's not so much of a depression, but because I started out from depression and I kind of made a little bit of effort, put some videos out, get that little high, and the price of like growing a little bit to kind of escape depression a little bit, to lift off, when I start to kind of healing and adapting to that new energy, I have to recover from it too. And when I recover, I'm vulnerable at that level, so I fell back a little bit. And I understood that. I was like, okay, well, I think right now the game is about acceptance. And what acceptance of what, you might ask? Well, is that you cannot move forward, and even worse, you're moving backward for a little bit. And it literally, like, it just became about taking these opportunities when the time is right, So I went through depression for maybe like for 5 days. I haven't worked out, I haven't done anything, just worked, and I felt like shit. But in But one day, what happened is I was so much in mental pain that I felt like running. I felt like, you know what, I really want to just like really, this might sound bad, but I hate myself so much, I just want to like smash myself. Smash myself, not like kill myself, but means like take that shit and fucking even make it more painful by running. And it felt so amazing. It felt really good. I had one of the best days I had lately after that, because running does really good things for your brain. And it was not forced. It was not forced, but it was also weird that I wanted to smash myself. But great, if that feeling took me to run, it's a genuine feeling. Fine, I got running out of it, and then I felt great. It's much better than not feeling like running and being like, no, we have to run because you're a loser, because you have this, because you can't stop, you already run 2 days. No, I think that's the fear of not, that's a different kind of fear. There is being lazy, there is the fear of overcoming laziness, and there is the fear of stopping. There is a fear of stopping, literally. Like, there is a fear of stopping, like when you're like getting a lot of momentum and you're like, oh, I'm afraid that if I stop now I will lose it, but my body is really tired, it's telling me, hey, rest, bro, I really want to rest. And then I think a lot of people are afraid to stop because they're afraid to think any less of themselves if they do, or not have the courage to go back again or fall. And I think that's why I like to do this like this, because naturally this process will make you stop and face that kind of fear and actually lose your progress. It'll make you lose your progress so you get over that and do it again independently of how well you were doing. It would just, you do it because it's the right thing to be done. And I'm very happy about that, because after running that day, I felt like, oh, well, now it seems like, hey, I'm Superman and I had a good day at work. Well, it seems like I'm gonna shine again. And today and for the next 2 days, I didn't run. I fell back. I sank back into that, not feeling like it. Until one day, I found myself, I woke up in mental pain at 5 a.m. It was dark like this, and I was feeling so weak, man. I texted my ex, asking her for attention a little bit, but then it's just like, I went for a run again, and you will see in the next videos what was really the thought behind that run. It was amazing. I highly recommend you watch that video. And then I didn't run after that, but I can see slowly how running is becoming part of me without forcing it on me, and without being for granted either. It's working itself into a natural meeting with me. So far I haven't posted in 2 weeks. We have Hello Tony, new friend or new subscriber. And we have this sinking back into depression, coming out, going back. I give up my gym, I failed at the gym, I started again, this, running. This all in the past 14 days. And if you watch the previous video, you remember when I said I had this fear, I couldn't ask these 2 girls out. I actually did overcome it. And it's recent. As of a week ago, I actually asked a new girl to hang out with me, and it was great. She said yes, and I explained that more in depth into the next video. So that happened. Other than that, I'm not being consistent with posting YouTube, because it's also, it's not coming to me naturally. Sometimes, and I have ideas all the time, but it's not like it's not, again, it's like the running thing. It comes and goes and comes and goes. And I think the ideal for me is like, at some point, it will become part of my life without interfering with my progress, right? Because if I just become like, oh, I have to post, it's a fucking thing I have to do, then in this channel, posting about what? Because this channel is about being honest. If I would already fail, right? Posting would be failing, right? If it comes from me from different place. So I think it's slowly getting there, because I am seeing that when I don't do it, that later on the memories, they become vivid. And this is why now I understand why I feel like posting every day. Maybe because the memory is fresh. Later I'll have to explain and remember in my head. And you see, the other dude, it's like I went from not asking girls to asking girls, and I forgot about that. Like now it's hard for me to tell the story, but thankfully I still have some details, so you will see in the next videos. You should check them out on how that happened. Yeah. So to summarize, again, Tony, what's up, man? Nice to meet you. My second subscriber today. I had a conversation. It was nice talking to you. And I haven't posted in 14 days because I didn't feel like it, and I kind of lost the habit, which was already weak. It was a weak habit. So the first time I posted, the second time I couldn't post videos. 3, I failed. I stopped going to the gym. I didn't fail. I'm not gonna call it fail, but I kind of broke the habit of going to the gym too. Sank back into depression. Started to get in touch with running. Lost touch with running in the next 14 days. And now I'm back at it again a little bit. And so, yeah, this is where this journey is at right now, guys. Nothing super special, but I can feel it. Like I can feel it. Like there is some energy trying to work itself out, and we will see. We'll see what happens. So, again, thanks everybody, and thanks to my 2 subscribers now. And talk to you soon.